G'day, mate. Welcome to Factorio with me, JD. It's with a sad and heavy heart I have to announce that Ted didn't make it. That's right, he didn't make it. See, I wasn't paying attention, and we just finished Artillary range number 1, which of course meant that Ted was sort of in range of everything. So he died. In fact, the artillery had been going off for quite some time, causing just a few hiccups around the base. You know, keeping our friends on tow. Just gonna put down an extra laser or two, here and there. You know how it is. So, yeah, Ted didn't make it. Bad luck. Dead Ted. So, for you people who want to see Ted gone, you got your wish. We'll see how that goes. Maybe, no. Guys, attack the spots in the walls where there's, like, solid lasers. Like this. This is fine. That jankiness, we're just going to ignore that. Okay, so, this episode, I need to look at circuits. We also got rid of another iron miner. Ooh, can I get another beacon in? I can. We got rid of another iron. Ooh. Hang on. You're nothing but iron. You can now go that way. Yeah. You're still mixed. So we got rid of another iron miner. You're finished finally. This guy's still doing mixed. These guys are still doing mixed. You're doing solid iron, so you're now outputting. So, we're getting it one step closer. Our storage box is not quite full. Thankfully. Just. Yeah. I wonder how much is in storage. Only 300. That's not too bad. So, yeah. Base is going. But this episode, I need to look at... I got worried that the steel was not doing steel. I need to look at blue circuits, red circuits, and green circuits. So, rather than building down there where we can't really test the builds out terribly well, I decided we'd mix things up and we'd actually build these in base. So, I really want to break the base to start with. And have a build that I can test out to confirm that it's definitely going to produce, it's going to consume the amount that it's meant to and produce the amount that it's meant to. Is probably the best way of putting it. And first, it's do we have enough space to do it sort of like here? Because as with all things, this is a temporary build. That's going to go away. Yeah, we got enough room. So we're going to put one of those in the middle. And then I need to feed it and give it power. So we'll give it power so things stop flashing. We will give it acid. And we're going to go with chest stubs. Definitely. For potentially... That's not going to reverse. For potentially both red and green. Now, one machine. Let's just start at the start. One machine. Wow, that's a lot. So after I get 3 machines long, I'm out of green circuits. And they won't quite run at full speed. And I need, going back to our calculator, I need basically a belt of blue circuits. If we turn these guys back off, which needs 13.5 belts of green circuits to feed it. We know it's like 1.4 red circuits, so that's not too bad. So, okay, now we know that. Let's put this all the way down here. Thanks, autosave. And the screenshot tool's actually off, in case you were wondering. So I ran through all the screenshots, 330 gigabytes worth of screenshots so far. And then I turned it off for making the base to a video. And I haven't turned it back on, and honestly I don't know whether I'm going to. The files just became a little bit unwieldy, is probably the best way of putting it. Okay, so we're going to assume you go in there, out there, and in there. Or something like that. And red circuits. I did think I had... Yeah, I do have a dedicated belt of fast belt. You need to be express. We're doing everything at blue speeds now, please. You can just worm your way across here. Come on, down lower. Okay. Out of my way. So we're going to go in, out. Okay, and then to put drawer on the system, no, actually put that back, put that there, put down a pump, and we're just going to suck the system dry. That looks like it's going to take a lot longer than what I wanted. Yeah, one problem at a time. We need to cap you to one stack, one stack. We're going to assume we're going to bring in acid from this side to make my life a little bit easier. And it's not really what I call sucking dry. We're going to go with the... Actually, it's one red circuit belt feeds everything. Yeah, they don't use red circuits terribly fast. That? The last belt feeds down to my build, doesn't it? Yes. So I cut that. Okay. So we're going to do everything. We're going to do everything. We're going to drain the system dry of acid. We're going to cut off the green circuit input. We have cut off technically the red circuit input as well. But also need the blue circuits to get off my belt. That's right, I get used up fairly quickly. No, that's still full of acid. Oh, really? There's two connections to the acid? Okay. Okay, sort of try and do everything we can. It should also mean this belt will finally bleed off. Let's uncap that for a little bit. And we'll even put a stack inserter in there. Stack inserters really have a hard time picking up off the wrong side of an underground. But we'll just recap that chest afterwards. So yeah, things are bleeding off. Excellent. Okay. So let's try and get this build to run. So if we just do same as we've done before, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to keep you outputting that way. We're going to go there, there. Oop. Yeah, that'll fit in the right direction. Okay. So first things first. First things first, forget to mute the phone. Cap the chest, because they're already up to like 1.9k. That's slightly overdoing it. And need to uncap. I'll recap this chest. And we'll reverse you real quick. Sure, they'll do. I don't know. We just need to draw on the system. Because I need to work out whether this input... Why aren't you running? Oh, acid. Okay. Because that's already 48 green circuits. So let's take this down to the amount it's meant to be. And that's already the right amount. And that's already the right amount. So how does this work so far? The red circuit, we're fine. Like red circuits, there's not an issue. But green circuits, do we keep up? Definitely. Definitely. In theory, no. 23 in a chest. 0 in a chest. 0 in a chest. Okay. So we're not... Okay, so we're going to try... We're going to try, same as we had to with our plastic. I found out I needed to have a straight run first. And that helped the inserter. Okay. No. How many do you need per second? 16. Well, that's over the limit of one inserter. There's your first problem. Should try capping that one as well. So it's going up. Yep. It's definitely going up. There's even occasionally some spare in the chest. Copy, paste, paste. We can change that to a belt instead. Okay, so we can definitely see that green circuits aren't making it past the end. You're running at full speed. Yep, you're not choking. We'll just hover over it to double check. Ooh. No, you are choking. Okay. What can we do to cut the input? Let's cut that, and cut that for just 1 second. They're all capped. 120 and 24, yeah. I just want to see a little bit of green circuits in each of these boxes. In fact... Okay, so you've got 190, 108, 80, 100, 100, 200. Give me half that. Give me half that. Give me half that. So all of them start off with less than 100. No. Do I want to start them maxed out? I think I want to start them maxed out. Okay. I'm going to fully cap you. We're going to fully cap you. Fully cap you. Fill you up. Fill you up. And fill you up. So all the chests are fully capped. Because we know that they're going to fall behind. We know that this build uses more green circuits than we have available. So what we're actually looking for is this one to run at full speed, this one to run at full speed, and this one to have whatever's left over. So, 192, I call that 200. 164, no, you're already falling behind. 101, you're really falling behind. You're also falling behind. You're falling way behind, and you're also falling behind. Okay. So that doesn't work. The long and the short of it is this build does not work. Like, it works. It does eat the whole belt. Technically. But actually, no. Technically, it eats the whole belt. So technically, the whole build works. I don't know how UPS efficient it is. That's a separate question. Okay, so these two are using 32. So that means at the end of the belt, there's 13 left over. And a build needs 16. So if I remove that inserter, does the belt start to back up? Although, like, straight away, you're not running at full speed. You're not running at full speed. This belt's not fully compressed to start with. Bad example. Bad example. Why is the belt not fully compressed? Oh, because we're pulling... No. Do you not go through a balancer? No. We are pushing everything to the left. So we are pushing everything to that lane. And it's still not staying compressed. Okay. Okay. You get an attempt. Then we'll cut that belt. Then you get an attempt. And then you get an attempt. There we go. 3 attempts to make the belt fully compressed. It was fully compressed at one stage. Okay. So everything comes down here. We're now on a full belt. That's full. That's empty. That's empty. That's empty. You're running flat out. Is the right-hand side of the belt running as fast as the left-hand side? It looks like it. So I think that's our build. We can actually look at our... Because I've turned everything else off. We can look at our production stats for 1 minute. So we're doing about 200. That says 170. I would take its word for it. So we're doing about 180... 180-ish per minute. There to there. And that says 201. So we're close. Very, very close. Okay. So now I know we're close with this build. Do we have any other options? I do not want to resort to robots, although it's really, really tempting for a build like this. Did I just see power? No. Okay, I thought I saw power have an issue. If I do that, which then needs... It's going to need a copper input. So bear with me. Bear with me. So you needed... Whoop, you needed per second 16. Our current green circuit build, one of these guys outputs 15.4. So really, really, really close. Can we up the stakes? And get you outputting. So red circuits are coming this side. That leaves us... We're doing this in reverse. So we're going to have... Why do I have a green circuit on my copper line? Okie dokie. So we'd have to have iron coming in and copper. And then the question is, can I make a red circuit in here as well? Can I up the ante once more? I think you have to go up a tile. Yes. So can I do that mess? Have you output... Okay, that's it. I need some power. So, what do you say, max rate calculator? You say I'm not going to be producing enough green circuits for enough red circuits and not enough copper. Okay. So, hang on. Let's change your recipe to nothing and nothing. How does that work? That says I'm still not producing enough reds to make enough blues. You have a crafting speed of 5.5. You have a crafting speed of 6.75. So I need to increase my beacon coverage. Like so. What do you reckon now? Now you say you're overdoing it, JD. That's alright. I like overdoing it. Now, okay, so it's happy with that. Then you have to do copper cable. It says you're way overdoing copper. What? That just changed. Did I need that one back? Okay. Okay, so that says you're way overdoing copper cable. But then if I turn you back to green circuits, you've only got a crafting speed of 3. Yeah, about that. Crafting speed is 6.75, 5.5, 4.25, which is just dreadful. Yeah, not nearly enough green circuits. So if I do that there, and then I do you there, feeling any luckier? No. If I do... So if I make blue circuits the slowest machine, make red circuits that machine, how about now? Not nearly enough copper cable. And that's just due to beacon layout. Okay, let's do 1, 2, 3 tiles. So, beacon coverage of 4.2. If I move you up and you up, we've gone back to, still at 4.2. So it didn't really help things. Ah, but it means I can put one in there. How you feeling now? Ooh, still too slow. I think that'd be my problem. I think trying to get red circuits in here as well is going to be too much. But if I just do that... So it says I'm overproducing green circuits. Hang on. I'm going to have to change our recipes back. Change that to there. Get rid of all of that. You two can move over a tile. So, craft is 6.75, 6.1.25, and 7 point something. We'll try that. Okay, so I'm overcrafting by 2.1. If I take all of that, slide it down 1, 2, 3 tiles. I do another one of these. Can I slide you guys up And you guys up and get more coverage in the middle. Cut that, move that over, put that in there. Okay. So, 6.1, 6.75, 7 point something. How do you feel now? Ooh! So I'm still technically making too many green circuits, but that's an okay problem to have. It also means I'm technically putting out less blue circuits. Plus there's a whole feeding it problem. Like getting 14 copper in this per second. What are we getting in these ones? 11. 11 is running fine with one stack inserter status ingredient shortage. But it does have one hell of a buffer. Oh no, technically we're short on cables. So I'm not running these at full speed. That's what the issue is here. Okay, and here... I'm still not running it at full speed. So, this is one option. Which now that we've walked away from it for a little while, it is... No, it's not using a whole belt's worth. So I'd have to put that guy back. Because the right side of the belt's not moving at full speed. Now it is. Okay. So my options are this build, which puts out, say, 3.1. 3.1, well, actually, no, for a single build, puts out 1.1, basically, because the extra will get lost in the last machine of the triplet that doesn't get enough green circuits. Or we can have this build of, well, it's going to run at full speed. So there you go, there's the phone again. 0.875 calculator. We need clear all 45 divided by 0.85, yeah, equals 53 machines compared to, what did this one run at, 1.1? Yeah, which is 45 divided by 1.1 equals 40 machines. So, there are my two builds. Probably, maybe, possibly, I'm not sure. Post in the comments. What do you reckon? What do you think? What do you reckon will be better? I'm going to leave this episode here, and we're going to come back in the next episode where hopefully I've made a decision. Possibly not. Possibly we'll just move on to red circuits. I don't know. Circuits are going to be really, really tricky. They are probably the hardest builds that you end up making. Well, the most complex builds you end up making. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you're enjoying. I'll see you guys in the next episode. All right, bye.